it has been a while. As you can see, I am now back in my spare room / studio. I have booted Jono out. He was using this room as his office, working from home, and I have finally been able to get my desk back. So he is out. The makeup is back in, the makeup's out. I don't have to sit in my bedroom on the floor anymore and do my makeup. I can sit here, talk to you guys, and it's all here in all its glory. As you can also see, the hair has now changed. We have got rid of the natural ginger and the blonde ends, and I've now gone this berry purple colour. You can't really tell on here, but the best way to describe it is it's this colour. So that was a nice change. I think, was it last week? This week. It is currently Saturday, the 6th of February, and I dyed my hair Tuesday and Wednesday I dyed it. So I had to use 2 boxes on Wednesday. Realised there was a little bit here. There was 2 strips I think here that I'd missed. Or not really missed, it just didn't tape properly. So we nipped back out on Wednesday, got another box, threw it on, and it seems to have worked. It is a bit more vibrant down at the bottoms than up here, because obviously here's my natural ginger colour, and down here was where it was bleached. So it ran really bright down here, so it kind of goes two-toned. So, but I'm loving it so far. I really like it, so let me know what you guys think. It was curled, it's now dropped, because even though I've dyed it, one thing that my hair does not like to do is hold a style. Unless I use half a can of hairspray. And I don't really fancy putting that on it, because I only washed it the other day, yesterday. And I don't want to wash my dye out. I quite like it, so yeah. But yes, so as you can see from, if you followed my channel for a while, I haven't posted since November? Was it November last year? I didn't get a video up before Halloween, I don't think. Yes, I did. I got 1 video up before Halloween. I did film 2 other looks to that one. I just kind of not really fell out of love with filming. Just sort of kind of stuck for ideas. I don't know. It was kind of a weird time. So now I thought, right, get your backside in gear. Let's get filming again. I've had quite a few people ask me, when are you going to be filming? When's the next video up? What's happened? Can you do this look? Can you do that look? Can you try this? Can you try that? So here we are. We are now back. So I'm not going to sit here and say, yes, I'm back. I'm going to do a video every single week, because I've said that in the last 3 videos, and I think there's about 2 or 3 months between each one. So let's see how this one goes. We'll try and get another one up next week. But if not, just know I'm in a hell of a lot of better place than I was before Christmas, and it's now me time. So this look that I've done today is sort of, as you can tell by the title, is sort of a kind of easy quick. When have you ever known me to do quick makeup? But yeah, so I have been active. If you watch my videos but you aren't following me on Instagram, then you can see if you watch my videos and you don't follow me on Instagram, I'll leave all the links down below to all my socials. And over there, if I'm not posting videos, I do try and every couple of days try and get a makeup look up. So if you are new to the channel, then please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that, just to see if anyone's interested in what I do. But if you're not interested in the videos, then by all means head over to my Instagram. There is a load of different looks that I've put up there that I am yet to film. If you guys see a look on there that you want me to film, then please let me know. I will try and get it up for you. But this look, based on my the last post that I put up on my Instagram, it did have quite a good response, and one of the comments was, how long does it take you to do your makeup? Because it's something that how long does it take me to do my makeup? and also as well because she kind of wanted to start to test new things out with different makeup products that she's got. The main one being a Body Shop Natural Collection eyeshadow palette. Don't know if it's the name, I'll link it down below. But yeah, so that was one of them. So the closest thing I have to that palette is my trusty Jeffree Star Thirsty palette. Now, I know this has been discontinued, however, I believe when I looked at it earlier on today, it is still on Beauty Bay. So if you want to get this, then by all means. If not, head on over to the Body Shop link that I'll leave and get yourself a Naturals palette. So this is a look that you can do with any natural-ish palette that you've got. And also try to make it as quick as possible because I can take around 45 minutes to an hour and a half doing my makeup, depending on what lot I wanted to do. So the first thing that I got from her was, what sort of colours are you looking for? What palettes do you have? Let me have a look to see if there's anything out there that I can dig into to see what looks I can try and help you guys out there with. I am by no means a makeup artist. I'm completely self-taught from watching videos like this on YouTube. So I'm not going to sit here and say, this is how you do it. You need to do this, you need to do this. These are the steps that you need to follow. This is just what I do and how I do my makeup. It's getting a good response. So if you guys learn anything from these, pick up any tips, or even if it's just going out and trying colours you'd never tried before. I have my whole Jeffree Star Blood collection on my desk. So I've got the purple, blue, red, green colours that I'd never go for. That since doing these videos, I've started to, even if I'm not recording, I'll just throw it on and it makes me feel better. It gives me a bit of a pickup. It makes me go out because otherwise I'm just wasting my makeup. So her idea was she wanted to try and start experimenting for work with a natural palette. So I thought, right, let me try the Thirsty palette. It's the closest thing I can find that with all the colours in one, and see if I can come up with a look that will be easy and quick for you guys to follow if you want to start trying different looks. So if you like this look, then please keep on watching. Again, don't forget to hit subscribe and the like button, and please share the absolute hell out of this video. I want to try and start making this more a regular thing. Like I said, I'm not making any promises with regards to being a weekly uploader, but if you guys pick up anything from this, or if there's anything that you want me to try, then please let me know. But anyway, I'm going to stop rambling, and I hope you enjoy. Well, that's it. I've already washed and moisturised. Apologise for the state of this, but if it focuses, I'm just going in with the NYX Pore Filler Primer that is very, very on its last legs. Also, if you can hear beeping, my phone is going off. And I'm one of those people that I'm too lazy to turn it off. Now, I love this because recently some people who know me already, and also if you've watched a couple of videos on this channel, you will see I have quite very large pores here. So I was watching, I believe, I think it was James Charles. Yes, it was James Charles. And there was something that I can't remember what it was that he'd recommended, or something came up, and he recommended the Pore Filler Primer by NYX. So I did buy this a while ago, and I was a bit unsure about it, but ever since he said, oh yeah, use that, that kind of settled it for me. So I'm just going to quickly nip off camera, do my eyebrows because they take about 45 minutes. Right, now my eyebrows are done. If you see me looking down as well, I do have my mirror literally positioned under here. Now, normally I'll have my light on because it is a ring light mirror, but it underlights me, so we're just going to scrap that. I also have my trusty JEFREE Star mirror as well. So now my eyebrows are done. Don't let me forget as well, at the end of this video, I do need to clean my makeup brushes. So don't come at me if my brushes are a bit... If you see me stretching as well, I do have, you might have seen in my 2019 favourites, I have a acrylic makeup holder that is down in this far corner to this side. Yeah, it's down there. And I also have a second one which is same side but a bit closer. So if you see me stretching or looking over here, it's because my brushes or makeup and everything is there. I have tried to organise it as best as I possibly can, because everyone knows how unorganised I am when it comes to these videos. So, right, now my eyebrows are done, I'm going to do my eyes. So, because I carve out my eyebrows with concealer, I'm just going to set that using Parched from the JEFREE Star palette, which I don't know, might be, I don't know, it might be a little too... a little too dark, we shall see. I normally use, I think it's China, no it's not China White, so as a transition colour I am, let me just get my little picture up. So I'm trying to find something as close to, as a transition shade, I'm going to use Taste Buds from the JEFREE Star palette, which I believe is very similar to this shade in the Body Shop. That's a good job that I put that down, just as my sister messaged me. Yeah, ignore the hands as well. I haven't got any nails on. They came off. I had them done for Christmas. But they started to ping off, and my thumbnails, I've lost half of my thumbnail. Half of my thumbnail. Just letting them breathe and regrow and strengthen. But yeah, as you can see, it's very subtle, just light, as literally I'm not even, very lightly just carving out how high up you want it. Again, you don't have to do this. This is just how I like to do my eyes. So yeah, as you can see on camera, it's barely there. It's just nice to put that little base down. I am then going in with, I believe it's Stroke, which is, oh no, actually, I'm going to go in with Kumquat, which is very similar to this shade in the Body Shop palette. So I'm just going to take a tiny bit, and you want to build it up. So rather than just going straight in, going round and round and round, just tap it lightly. Ignore that. That is not how much I have on. It is stained my brush. But yeah, just take a nice little fluffy brush, dip in, literally 1, 2, tap off any excess, and just very lightly, slightly, you want to place it slightly lower than where your transition shade has gone up to. But again, I'm not going onto the lid. I'm still on my brow bone, just under that, under the brow bone. And I'm not bringing it all the way over either. I'm literally just stopping, let's say 2/3 across. I don't want it to be too bold, especially if you want to try something like this for work, or if you're not used to eyeshadow and you want to start to have play. It's just a very easy, nice look to go for. Other side, again, I hold my brush right to the very end, and that's just so it fluffs it out a bit more. You're not going too heavy, like that. There we go. Then, let me see what other colours there are so I can match it. Yeah, so I'm going to go in with Drizzle, which is the darkest shade. There is 2 browns in the JEFREE Star palette. I just want something very, not too dark, which is why I'm going for the warmest shade, because it's similar to the darkest brown in the Body Shop one. So again, 1, 2, top off any excess. Again, stain brush, ignore them. And I'm just going to very lightly, again, only touch, holding the very end of my brush. And just going to build up that outer corner. Not going all the way, just sticking to that outer corner. Little circular motions so it blends. Then you try, and then hopefully, I find this, I don't know if anyone finds, but if you do the small circular motions when you're putting it on, it kind of avoids that harsh line that you get. And then what I also have started to do is to take the brush you used for what I used as kumquat, but it's that orangey shade that you only went half across the eye with. And I'm just going to take that on the very edge of where I've placed that darker brown shade. And I'm just going to fluff out the edges to try and make that blend. And I am coming slightly down onto that brown as well. And that's just going to get rid of any harsh lines, hopefully. Again, I'm hardly touching my eye here. I've not dipped back into the shade either. I'm just taking what's left on that brush and just flicking it over where that darker shade is. And also as well, if you want it to come a bit more over, then by all means just try and fluff it and bring it across like so. There we go. Now for the actual lid part, I normally will take the same concealer brush that I use to carve out my brows, and I'm just not even tapping back in to that concealer. I'm just using whatever's left and just patting that lightly over my lid. Again, I don't want it to be a very harsh cut on the crease where that brown is, so that's why I'm just patting it over so you can see, hopefully you can see a difference between this eye and that eye. So this eye's slightly on the lid, this eye I'm just gonna pat over. Obviously if you want a cut crease, if you want to do that, then by all means put some product on your brush, but I'm just going to use whatever I had on before. And then I'm taking, so you can either take a packed flat brush. I'm just going to take this, so it is a fluffy, it's not going to focus, are you? No, please focus. Do it that way. I need something dark. Let's use my phone case. There we go, so you can see there, so it's again it's stained, so please ignore it, but it's quite a flat fluffy brush. And then I'm just going to go in with Parched that I used to set my eye. Again, just tap it off and just where you placed your concealer, and just pack that on, and then that will give you a bit more of a defined lid without the need to do a cut crease. Obviously if you have this, especially this side type of look, I always use this if I want to make an effort for work. Sometimes I will go a bit out there and use other colours, depending on what I'm wearing, but 9 times out of 10 I'll use this warm, traditional, the colour that everyone hates, that brown cut crease that no one likes, but I do. And then taking that little fluffy brush that you place the dark brown in, I'm just going to go over that outer corner just so it blends that out a bit more. There we go. And now if you want to, especially with the Body Shop palette, there is quite a pinky sparkle shimmer there. Now the closest thing I have to that is the Max Factor palette I showed you beforehand. If I can open it. Now I'm just going to take the little sponge out, but I'm just going to go in with the lightest one. So if you have that Body Shop one, then you are going to go in with this one here. So it's the second one in off the top row, working right to left, left to right. Yeah, so taking that same flat brush, I'm just going to dab in there, and then if you want, just on the inner corner. So it's up to you, you can throw it all the way across. I just do the inner corner towards the middle, but I pack it on the inner corner and then just slightly push it into the centre. And then that just gives you that little bit of brightness in the inner corners. Now, one thing I am going to do with this, I have done it before, is I'm just going to take this is the Technique liquid liner in black. Again, you don't have to use anything that I'm using, just whatever you have to hand. I mean, if you don't want liner, if you don't trust yourself, or it's something that you're not very comfortable with, then by all means just skip this. You can stick with that, put some mascara on, you're good to go. I just fancied putting a bit of eyeliner on. So I'm just going to follow where the edge of that darkest shade is. Bring that in. I am shaking horrendously. There we go. So I'm just going to do the other eye off camera and then I will come back to you. So now I've got both eyes done with the liner, mainly because I shake too much and I just needed to get this eye done quickly. For the under eyes, what am I going to use? Right, I'm just going to take a little domed brush. This is stained from Halloween Black. Gotta love Halloween for ruining makeup brushes. I do need some more eyeshadow brushes actually, so we shall watch this space. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to go back in to take some kumquat. And then just, oh actually no, ignore that, scrap that. So now the eyes are half done, I'll do the under eye in a bit once I've done everything else. For foundation, I've recently started going away from mattifying my skin because it's stressed at the moment. My skin in particular here will go oily very quickly, and because a lot of my powders and my foundations were all mattifying, it was starting to separate and it looked a bit and especially with wearing masks as well whenever we go outside. If ever I mean, this one does it. I'm not going to say, yeah, this is the best foundation ever. But if I put my mask on prior to using this, I get a solid line here where it would pull, and here as well, where it would just pull off my makeup. This, yes, it does come off. It still slightly separates, but not as bad as my other one has. So I'm going to go in with this, and I'm just going to bring the brushes over here. And I'm just going to start by taking my foundation brush. Give it a good shake. Just a few pumps. Once that's blended out, I'm then going in with my L'Oreal Infallible Concealer. You guys have seen this before. No, you haven't. I'm going in with my Infallible Concealer under the eyes. And then also as well, I do take it up slightly to where my wing is. So now my concealer is done. I'm then taking the, look how long I've had this, it's just completely obliterated the label. But I'm going in, I think it is Collection 2000. I want to say, is it the 24 Lasting? I think it's called that collection. But anyway, it's Cool Deep 5A Concealer. But I am naughty and I don't want to spend X amount of pounds on a contour kit. A cream contour kit, so I just use concealer. What I'm then going to do is just where maybe if it comes up a bit too high or it's a bit speckly, especially down my nose, I'm just going to take my sponge with whatever concealer's left over it and just go over, just so there's no harsh lines. Now for powder, I am not going to show you what powders I use simply because they are overloved. One of them is obliterated, so I will link them down below. One of the main setting powder I use is the Rimmel Stay Matte in Transparent. The under eyes, I use the Rimmel Insta Fix and Matte Translucent Powder. Again, matte. I'm using everything that I've got, and then I'll go for something that's a bit more satin finish. What I'm going to do is just take my damp sponge into my transparent powder, get as much on there as I possibly can, and then I've also realised because I'm wearing light, this makes me look like a ghost. And then what I also have started to do with the Stay Matte powder, not the translucent one, is I've also recently started where you can see it's come down slightly. Just with my sponge, just carving that out. I'm finally going to put the sponge away and use just my powder brush, which is, oh yeah, it is. It's the Morphe Jeffree Star JS2 brush, which I believe were discontinued after that whole debacle, which I was very irritated about, because when I bought these, I got the full price, and then literally as they were delivered, they were reduced, which is just my luck, isn't it? For bronzer, I'm going in with the Rimmel London Radiance Brick in Light. It's like this. Now for blush, it is the E.L.F blush palette that looks something like this. So it has 3 different blush shades and a contour shade as well. I always go for the, it's like a peachy corally tone here. And one thing, I used to be scared of blush, but one thing I found works is rather than going in that sort of motion, just tap it on. Don't go like this, you get clown cheeks, just tap it on, and then you have a bit more control as to where you want it. Now, before I do my highlight, I'm just going to do my under eyes. So, going back to my Thirsty palette, or the Body Shop palette, or whichever palette you have. Just going in to Kumquat. And then just going to go under the eye. Light as anything, otherwise you'll go a bit too far. For highlight, if you've been watching my videos for some time, you will know I am obsessed with the Revolution SOPH Collab highlighted palette. And I'm going to go in with the lighter shade and also the champagne shade here. And then for my mascara, I've lost, no it's not, it's here. My mascara, I'm going in with the, what is it? Rimmel London Wonderlux Volume Mascara. I should be a walking advert for Rimmel today. Yes, so because I want to try and keep it as natural as possible, for lips I'm just going to take my Max Factor Colour Elixir Lip Liner, and it's in 04, which I believe is a Pink Princess. One thing that I've started doing is, once I've aligned my lips and I've also coloured them in, I'm then taking the Beauty Glazed Kissing Matte Liquid Lipstick in Exposed. Now, this is way too pale for me, but if I mix it in, it tones the brightness of the pink down. Right, I've got to be very quick because my battery is about to die. But yeah, this is the finished look, as you guys would have seen at the start of the video. If you have any questions about anything, any products that I've used, techniques, brushes, leave them all down below. I'll link everything that I've used today down below as well. And I just want to say thank you so much if you've watched all my videos from day dot, which I think was three years ago. 3 or 4 years ago now, my first ever video. Now I know there's a big gap in between, but yeah, thank you. But yeah, if you're new here, then thank you so much for sticking around. If you've got to this point in the video, then big congratulations to you, because I know I never stop talking. But yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely weekend and a lovely week ahead, and who knows, I might see you next week. Love you. Bye guys.